Yes, perfect. Perfect. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. As the new school year approaches, Project Safe Start brings together HISD and our public safety partners to coordinate efforts that help ensure a safe and smooth return to school for our students, staff, and families. It's now my pleasure to introduce you our Chief of Police, Shamora Garner, who will share more about this important initiative and the steps being taken to keep our school community safe. Please, Chief.
Good morning, and thank you for being here and joining us. The beginning of a school year represents new opportunities for academic growth, new opportunities to reconnect with friends or even make new friends. But what is not new is our shared commitment to keeping our students safe and to do all we can to maintain a safe learning environment. We're here to announce the launch of this year's Back to School Project Safe Start initiative, an initiative that was started well over 25 years ago, one in which we partner with community leaders and our law enforcement partners to demonstrate a simple but powerful idea. Keeping our students safe is a shared responsibility, one that we are committed to not just on the first day of school, but throughout the entire school year. As such, I want to thank our partners who are represented here today. We have our Houston Area Ministers Against Crime who will have words here shortly, as well as HPD under the leadership of Chief Noe Diaz. We also have a representative from Constable 2 Office, Constable Jerry Garcia, Constable Terry Albritton, Precinct 5, Constable Sylvia Trevino, Precinct 6, Constable James Smokey Phillips, Precinct 7, as well as other partners who could not be here, but there's no doubt that they too share in our commitment of keeping our students safe. We value the continued commitment of our community and law enforcement collaboration in supporting our layered approach to student safety, an approach that includes community support, the use and the presence of trained police officers and armed security, the use of technology, the maintenance of safe and secure facilities, and the utilization of crisis and behavior response, just to name a few. Parents and guardians, please know that your child's safety is always at the forefront of everything we do. As we start this school year, we will continue in our commitment to work closely with our internal and external partners to create a safe, secure, and supportive learning environment for every student. With that in mind, I will now bring up our Ministers Against Crime representative.
Good morning. I'm Reverend F.N. Williams, II President of Houston Ministers Against Crime, and this is a representative number of our membership. As Chief Garner has said, over some 20-odd years ago, this initiative was birthed to deal with the collaboration of the community, law enforcement, to make sure that our schools are safe. I think that all would agree you really can't have learning if you don't have safety. And therefore, it's our job, our desire, part of our mission to make sure that it's accomplished. Along with our law enforcement partners, these ministers work together to monitor schools across this city, across HISD, and we don't just do it on the first day, but we are assigned with campuses to work with those principals, administration, teachers, all through the school year, that we might have not only a safe beginning, but also a safe end. It's our commitment to ensure that we are able to accomplish that goal. One of the things I think we can say with some degree of thanksgiving and yet with also pride is that we have had some successful safe starts. Yes. And I think we can look at that as evidence, as legacy, something that we want to continue to perpetuate. So I want to publicly thank Chief Garner HISD. I want to thank these pastors and ministers along with all of the other HMAC representatives who have come out to support and continue to do what we see as a part of our assigned mission. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we will bring up Assistant Chief Brashear, representing the Houston Police Department.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Yasser Bashir. Oh, good morning. I didn't expect that, so you guys got me. Good morning, everyone. My name is Yasser Bashir, and I'm an Assistant Chief with Houston Police Department. And many of the schools, HISD, are in my area, and I really strongly believe in this partnership. I'm honored to stand here today in support of HISD's Project Safe Start, which I have been a part of for many, many years in HPD. This program is more than just a safety initiative. It's a reflection of our shared values as a community and our deep commitment to protecting students and educators. This program is very important to my family because my wife, she's a teacher at a public school, and plus my kids go to school. To see that, that's law enforcement agencies and our partners, we are coming together to make sure that they're safe and they have a good, healthy, productive school year. As law enforcement officers, our mission goes beyond responding to emergencies. It's about prevention, collaboration, and building trust. Project Safe Stars proves that when we come together, we can create a strong, united front for safety. HISD is leading the way by bringing partnering agencies like today to work together with trusted community voices, and we are proud to be part of that. Let's continue working together to make sure every school is not just a place of learning, but a place of peace, protection, and opportunity. Now I will yield to Deputy Craig Cummings, and he has a few remarks. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much, Chief. I want to say thank you to our law enforcement partners and to our media partners that are here with us. My name is Craig Cummings. I'm a deputy with the Harris County Precinct 5 Constable's Office. And I want to say that now that the school year is fixing to get underway, residents can expect to see more motorists. They can expect to see more pedestrians and bicyclists in the areas where schools are located. And as such, during the days ahead, our deputies are going to have an increased visibility around schools to better protect our students. We're going to be looking for dangerous traffic violations in addition to suspicious behavior that may require our response. Additionally, we're asking for everyone to pay extra attention as they're going around the schools. Children can very quickly dart out between cars, enter your path, and tragedy can happen. And we're also asking the motorists and general public, if you see something suspicious around the schools or in your neighborhoods, please report that to law enforcement and give us an opportunity to investigate that. And working together, this school year, we can make a difference. We can protect our children and keep them safe from harm. I want to thank everybody again, and then please help me introduce Deputy Chief Marcus Grant of the Harris County Precinct 7 Constable's Office.
Thank you, Deputy Cummings. Good morning. I'm Chief Deputy Marcus Grant from Harris County Constable Precinct 7, Officer James Smokey Phillips. Thank you all for being here today. I would like to thank our law enforcement partners, our elected officials, school administrators, and community leaders, and volunteers for joining us in support of this important initiative. Today marks more than the start of a new school year. It reflects our shared commitment to the students, families, and our community. The Harris County Constable Precinct 7 Office, the Houston Police Department, and local law enforcement are proud to partner on this initiative. This initiative demonstrates what can be accomplished when law enforcement agencies work together with a common purpose. By collaborating with our schools and community partners, we are reinforcing our commitment to creating a safe, welcoming, and supportive environment where every student has the opportunity to succeed. To the parents, thank you for trusting us for keeping your children safe. To our students, we wish you a successful school year. Work hard, support one another, make good decisions, never stop believing in your potential. Law enforcement will be there to support you at every corner, every turn. On behalf of Constable Precinct 7 Office, thank you, Houston Independent School District, Chief Garner, for your partnership and dedication to serving the community. Thank you.
put him on the spot, but are there any of our other partners here to give remarks? All right. Thank you all for being here. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of piggyback on what has already been said as it pertains to just basic universal safety tips. As previously stated, motorists, please slow down. Whether we are in a school zone, whether it's elementary, middle school, high school, unfortunately, we've had incidents at every level, so please slow down. Minimize, if not totally eliminate, distractions. Watch out for our children. As previously stated, they will dart out in the street, and it's incumbent upon us, the adults, to be mindful of that. When we see a bus and those red lights are on and that arm is extended, don't go around. This is how I think of it. If there's no barrier between you and the bus and you're on the opposite side, you cannot pass. So no barrier, no excuse. Also, our crossing guards, we love them, help us protect them. So be mindful of them as well. Just as we are being mindful of our children, be mindful of our crossing guards. Give them your attention, your cooperation, and your patience. Students, all right, be aware of your surroundings, especially our walkers. As it pertains to earbuds, here's what I say. None to one. If you have to have the earbuds in, at least have one not in to where you can be alert to what's happening around you. Look out for each other. Walk in pairs. Use our crosswalks. And remember the railroad safety lessons that were taught last year. We cannot run a train. Do not try to go over them or under them. And more importantly, trust your instincts. As stated before, if something doesn't feel right or you see something that isn't right, please say something. Parents, make sure we have that conversation about safe routes, especially with our walkers. And because school is starting, we may need to leave a little earlier to make sure we get there on time. And when we arrive at campus, please avoid any illegal U-turns or kind of dropping them off in places that are not safe. Encourage your students, again, to report anything suspicious to a trusted adult. And I do want to mention another safety measure that will be implemented this year as it pertains to attending athletic events, particularly at our stadiums. So, like most, either a concert venue or our stadiums for our professional events, we too will have the clear bag policy. Also, students, whether they're HISD students or non-HISD students, you will be expected to have and produce your student ID. Our little ones, be it elementary school students or middle school students, we want you accompanied by an adult unless you're a middle school student and the activity is occurring on your campus. Also, these things are done, yes, because of safety, but also we want everyone that attends these events to have a good time, to help us celebrate the accomplishments of our athletes and to give them their full attention. What we want is for people to come to the venue, and safety is not even an issue. In closing, Project Safe Start is built on the belief that school safety is supported by strong partnerships, as seen here today. Law enforcement, public safety entities, community leaders, students, parents, we all play a role, working together with the understanding that safety is a shared responsibility. As our students walk through our doors this year, we want every family to know that there's an entire community working diligently every day to keep your students safe, support them in their academic success, and work to ensure that they return home at the end of every school day. Thank you.
Right. So we're going to answer some questions on this topic. We have several media partners here in English and Spanish. We're going to do remarks in Spanish as well after the presser, so we can do that one-on-one. Any question? Go ahead.
Chief, where do you guys stand with armed security at all?
That is a component of our layered approach, and we are adding guards to our campuses. And thus far, we are at 112, and we will continue to add until all campuses are covered. Knowing that middle school and high school have our police officers and our elementary schools will have our armed guards, Those that do not are still protected because we have 24-hour patrol, and we also have our partners here that help supplement their additional safety concerns.
The weapons detector program, those are for the high schools. How many of it deployed and will you be doing more in what schools?
All high school campuses have weapon detection systems.
And how would they pay for it? Is it through grants still?
A grant, yes, yes.
Maybe another question. What are some of the larger fines for violating some of these traffic rules, speeding past the school zone, not stopping when a bus has the stop sign out?
Come on up and answer that one.
Yeah, probably the biggest one people should be aware of is passing a school bus. That comes with a pretty hefty fine, and depending on what happens after that, it can lead to some serious criminal penalties as well. So, but anytime someone's committing a violation in a school zone, it can become an enhanced offense. So we're asking for everybody to pay extra attention while they are there in the school zones to avoid ever having to come into the possibility of getting a ticket or, God forbid, being arrested for an offense. Because if that happens, that means one of our children may have been injured.
Next question. Go ahead, Carlos.
Yes, can you talk about the importance of the speed zones, the 20 miles an hour and under? We see a lot of cars going way over, and that seems to be a never-ending problem.
Our traffic guys.
Yeah, so the reason why we really push on the 20-mile-an-hour speed limits and those speed limits is that when you're driving down in a vehicle, you may not realize this, but the average perception and reaction time for any person is about 1.5 seconds. And so when somebody is traveling at, say 55 miles an hour, they're traveling the length of a football field in 5 seconds, which is about the average time someone is distracted. And so it's really important that people pay attention, because when you look up and you see in front of you that the road is clear and you look down to change the radio station, to look at your cell phone, that's a second and a half, 2 seconds of time that now a child could be darting out in front of you. And then, as investigating these crashes in the past, I can tell you, talking to the individuals who have killed a child or injured somebody, there is nothing that I can say to make them feel any better about what's going on. And they realize the potential criminal liability that comes after that. So this press conference is really about driving down into that fact that, to your question about watching those speeds in those school zones, because you look down to look at something, take your eyes off the road, a child may appear when you look back up, and you may be powerless to stop the vehicle.
One more question. Whoever would like to answer this, e-bikes, e-scooters, what's your recommendation? Kids have them. I don't know if there's a policy for it. What are you guys saying to the general public and for the parents that have kids that have them?
So there is some confusion around those laws there, and so I would encourage people to look at the law itself. I don't want to get into it too much here, but there's flyers and different things that are out there to guide parents in this. But the big thing is to remind students when they're traveling to school that they may be driving at 20 up to 28 miles an hour down a highway, and they're traveling at a speed that maybe they're not familiar with, and to make sure that they're stopping for stop signs, being aware of vehicles that may be pulling out. And like I tell my son all the time, I says, watch out for cars, watch out for people as you're driving, riding the bicycle out there, because it's so important. And the motorists, that bicycle, because you're on it, you feel like it's standing out, but it can blend in with traffic out there. So as a bicyclist, as a pedestrian, take that extra step to make sure that you're not stepping out or riding into danger.
Any other question? Are we good? Do we want to just say something?
Yes.
Give me a second. Glass of Rubik.
and I didn't bring my reading glasses.
No pressure.
Buenos días, gracias por estar con nosotros esta mañana. El año escolar está empezando, entonces estamos aquí para tener esta reunión con ustedes y tener todo el mundo al día con lo que estamos haciendo, el propósito de esta reunión. Lo que queremos que entiendan ustedes es que nosotros estamos cometidos a mantener la seguridad de los estudiantes, es nuestra prioridad. Queremos que todo el mundo empiece el año bien, saludables y con entendimiento de lo que va a suceder, lo que estamos esperando de los estudiantes. El programa se llama el School Project Safe Start Initiative, una iniciativa que empezó hace 25 años atrás cuando nosotros nos juntamos con la comunidad, con líderes de la comunidad, para demostrar una simple pero efectiva idea que es mantener a nuestros estudiantes seguros y que compartan la responsabilidad con nosotros, que el propósito es que estemos seguros no solamente durante el primer día de clases, pero durante el año completo. Aquí también estamos con nuestra asociación de Houston Area Ministers Against Crime, los ministros en contra del crimen. Tenemos la participación de la policía de Houston, la policía de los constables locales, y nosotros valoramos estas alianzas que tenemos con nuestras comunidades, con nuestras otras policías. ¿Preguntas?
Si puede decirnos un poco de qué es lo que las familias deben saber, la comunidad, para el comienzo del año escolar. Escuchamos parte de lo que van a haber muchos conductores, va a haber mucha gente en la calle. ¿Qué es lo que tienen que saber?
Lo más importante es entender que ya pasamos el verano, todo el mundo se le olvida las cosas como suceden, la importancia de tener la atención cuando estamos manejando ahora. Las calles durante el tráfico, durante la mañana va a cambiar bastante, imagínense, con los autobuses, con muchos padres llevando a los muchachos a la escuela, y que estén pendientes, que estén alertas a eso. Va a haber mucho tráfico, muchos muchachos en bicicleta y caminando a la escuela, y que por favor estén pendientes de cómo van a cambiar las cosas, y uno se distrae muchísimo con los teléfonos, con todo lo que está sucediendo con su vida, llegando al trabajo a tiempo. Va a estar atrasado la gente porque hay mucho tráfico, hay muchos muchachos, pero por favor lo más importante es que ponga esa atención para que no tengamos una tragedia de lo que pueda suceder cuando esté manejando.
¿Alguna pregunta? ¿Puedes hablar de nuevo de qué es la importancia de reducir la velocidad cuando uno está pasando por una zona escolar?
Sí, por supuesto. La atención de una persona, un chofer manejando a 55 millas por hora, por decir, uno se puede distraer por un segundo y medio, va a cambiar el radio, va a chequear un texto o algo, y en ese momentito que uno se distraiga y no esté poniendo atención, puede suceder muchas cosas. Un muchacho se le puede atravesar en la bicicleta o algo. Entonces pedimos que por favor pongan mucha atención, porque con las velocidades, y como dije, la gente no está acostumbrada a estar en la cabeza la tiene en las vacaciones, en el verano, y ahora que está empezando las clases, uno se distrae, está medio agitado porque tiene que ir al trabajo, de los muchachos, regresar a la casa, lo que sea. Por favor, tómelo suave y dense ese tiempo extra para que no haya problemas.
¿Quieres también abundar sobre los autobuses? Cada vez que sacan el anuncio de que paren, los conductores tratan de darle la vuelta y no es lo correcto.
Sí, si ven un autobús, por favor, que está parado, tiene las luces rojas prendidas y tiene el alto, el pare, el stop sign extendido, por favor, tienen que parar. Si no paran, hay policías que están con los autobuses y se están fijando en eso y pueden detenerlos, y las multas son bastante altas.
Las consecuencias que enfrentan los conductores que no cumplan las normas en las zonas escolares, y hablar un poco sobre cómo funciona esta iniciativa de Safe Start.
La consecuencia, dice usted primero, la consecuencia es que las multas son altísimas, empiezan yo creo que en $1,000, y también lo más importante, si Eso si te detiene un policía y no sucede nada, pero imagínese si le da a un muchacho, especialmente los apartamentos que la gente cruza de ambos lados de la calle, por eso ponen los pares ahí para que el tráfico pare, para que la gente se pueda montar los autobuses. Y entonces el problema es que la gente no se da cuenta y pueden a golpear un muchachito, un niño. Y la segunda pregunta, por favor.
¿Funciona esta iniciativa de Safe Start?
Ayúdame con eso.
Esa si quieres la puedo contestar. Si quieres la puedo contestar.
Exactamente, como que
O sea, ¿cómo opera este plan que lleva ya 25 años, donde están varias agencias? Usted dijo que no es un solo día, es todo el año.
perdón, gracias. Sí, básicamente, create awareness,
Crear conciencia.
crear conciencia. Es algo que nosotros hacemos, estar frente a la gente, frente a la comunidad, buscar estas oportunidades para hablar con la gente, para crear la conciencia. Tenemos mucha responsabilidad nosotros de asegurarnos que sus niños estén seguros, y empezamos así con esto, trayendo la atención, llamando a nuestros partners, colaboradores, sí, que trabajen con nosotros para llevar el mensaje ahí a las multitudes.
¿Qué conversaciones deben tener los padres con sus hijos? Por ejemplo, la jefa de policía habló de cuando están cruzando la calle, no están en sus teléfonos escuchando música. ¿Qué tipo de recomendaciones deben de tener?
Buenísima pregunta, gracias. Lo que dice el chief y lo que nosotros estamos sugiriendo, los muchachos entendemos que las electrónicas ya existen, la electrónica, los teléfonos existen, eso no se puede. Y yo sé que no deben de llevarlo a las escuelas, pero yo los llevo al bolsillo para hablar con su mamá, con su papá, y todo el mundo, los muchachos tienen los AirPods o tienen los audífonos en los oídos, y si insisten en usarlo, por favor enséñale a su hijo que uno a la vez, no usen los dos, porque por lo menos puede estar pendiente de lo que está sucediendo alrededor. Si tienen uno, pueden escuchar música, pueden tener una conversación por teléfono, pero no hay sentido ponerse los dos, porque tienen que estar pendientes de lo que esté sucediendo alrededor. Y por favor, si tienen que usar algo, los audífonos, usen uno a la vez.
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's give him a hand. Again, thank you for our, yes.
It's about the e-bikes, bicycles again. Because there are a lot of kids that's riding don't have sidewalks. What's the protocol for riding bicycles on the side of the road, but there's no sidewalk for them to enter on?
At the end of the day, our goal is to keep everyone safe. If the kids are operating anything by which their safety is in jeopardy, I say get off of it, and either walk it through, because that's what we do with our elementary age students that have like their bicycles. They have to get off, and when they come to the crosswalk and they see the guard, if you cannot operate it safely, then I recommend you don't operate it at all. And if your journey from home to school is one in which there isn't a sidewalk and what you're doing engages or enhances that propensity to get injured or what have you, don't operate them. Don't have them.
What's your cell phone? A lot of people on their cell phone, they don't pay attention. Shouldn't we have some kind of policy that says when you come into a school zone, get off your cell phone so you can see and
Excuse me.
what's going on?
Absolutely. In terms of state law as it pertains to a cell phone, there are some areas in school zones where you can't operate, and you should not operate your cell phone. So I totally agree. All right. Thank you all again. Thank you for our partners, community partners, our law enforcement partners. And again, we wish all our students a safe and successful academic year. Thank you.